there. My name is Darren McCarty. You may know me, four-time Stanley Cup champion of the Detroit Red Wings. Also, midday co-host of Big D Energy, 11 to 1 Woodward Sports Network. And we are here outside. This is my world. What are we doing? We're celebrating, yes, the grand opening of Jars Cannabis up in Utica. Actually, Jars 30th. Yes, 30th Jars in the state of Michigan. So why wouldn't we put on a party today? I'm going to get right to it. I am joined by silver Olympic medalist Kyle Mack here. And Kyle, 14-footers, snowboarders, skiers, getting ready to start this. What do we got going on today, bro?
Well, we got a Michigan Classic. We got a rail gym in the parking lot. Team put together a sweet little event with some rails and some jibs. So today we're pretty much just gonna have a bunch of snowboarders and skiers hitting these two rails and the box in the middle, and pretty much we're just gonna judge and see some sick local kids put down some cool tricks.
So you grew up in Alpine Valley over in West Bloomfield, so this is sort of your bread and butter of what you do nowadays. You were telling me that you're in the backwoods and enjoying yourself more, but when you're judging stuff like this, do you get the juices flowing again of back what it was like when you were in your competitive days? And there we go. That was a good one, right?
I mean, this is what I grew up doing my whole life. Classic, just rail jams and stuff. This is actually kind of how I got my start into competitive snowboarding, is these types of rail jams, especially these young kids. Like, this is exactly where you kind of start. And so having this type of stuff and money on the line and people kind of...
Money on the line. See, I'm not going to keep Kyle anymore. We'll hear back from him later on at the end of the competition, but he is judging. He has the most credentials here to do that. So I'm going to let you go, bro.
Well, thank you, Dan.
So
Thanks
you
for
can
having
have
me,
that.
man.
I look forward to congratulations and the local Michigan success. Obviously, we're here at Jars. You go do what you do. They're playing for over $8,000 in cash and prizes here at the Jars Cannabis in Utica. Come on out.
See you guys.
Go get them,
Thank
bud.
you.
Thank you very much. That's what we're doing here today, folks. Yes, we are out. It is cold. It is nice. The sun's sort of out. Stick apologized right off the rip for putting me in the shade, but he did give me a pair of gloves, so I will not be bitching and moaning. Look, we got people out here. Let me take a couple shouts out because it takes a lot of people to make this happen. Obviously, Jars Cannabis will be hearing a little later from some of their people. Small Flex by D-Mac, the Darren McCarty brand, is inside. Oh, there it is.
Major flex.
Yeah.
Major flex
There
by Darren
it is,
McCarty.
inside the collab with Darren McCarty, powered by Legacy Cannabis. This right here is the Gorilla Glue number 4. I know that they have the Ghostface OG and the Blackjack inside. So if you show up today, not only will you get some free food by some of the great sponsors out here, the food trucks. What do we got? Savvy Sliders. We got Wahoosh Barbecue. Let alone with our cannabis suppliers, Lost Farms, great edibles. I use those, pressure packed. They're always around. Cheech and Chong, you know that, exclusively Midwest Extracts, Dixie, and Muhammad's. Oh my God, D-Mac, is that a Muhammad's you have? Yes, this is the Blue Dream. These little gaffers are fire. So,
D-Mac, we're bringing on the man of the hour right now. This is Raymond
Abro, one of the owners,
Jars.
one of the OGs.
Hey,
this
what
is my
up,
guy
Darren?
right here.
You all right?
I'm doing good. Now, hey, you know what? We ain't talking anything sports, bro, because this ain't what sports is all about. This is about Jars Cannabis and the impact that you have, bro. 30th.
Yeah, it's been
30th building.
It's been
in
a
the
great
state.
ride. It's been awesome, to be honest with you. We opened up 2 this week alone.
This one here, and where
one
else?
in Milan, one in Utica. Honestly, the team really showed out. You know what it's like. Without the team, we're nothing. You know.
No, and I think that you say that. I guess because a lot of people, whatever. I guess I always say compete with yourself.
Yeah.
And it's who you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
Because the constant in this business for everybody who doesn't know, can talk a little bit about that team and how did it start? Because this didn't start like 2 years ago, 5 years ago.
No.
This has been life, bro,
It's been a
right?
journey, right? And some people have been with us in other capacities, and they came along with cannabis when everybody was scared to, and they joined the team. I mean, it's been our first store opened up 2020, right, here in Michigan, right on 8 Mile and Hoover. And now we're in Arizona, Colorado,
Well, I think it's important for anybody who doesn't know where I know the answer.
Yeah.
I know where the R comes from, but where does Jars,
the
name, originate from? Because I think that lineage-wise, it's almost like, and I know I wasn't going to do this to you, but I was going to use a football analogy about coaching tree.
Yeah.
Right? Where's the lineage come down?
Yeah. So Jars stands for, believe it or not, the R is not Raymond.
It isn't.
It is not. It's
The
crazy.
A is Raymond.
No, it's Junior, Anthony, Ronnie Scott. And how it happened was when we merged with these two companies, that wasn't their store name. Their store was Green Square, but then their names, their initials were so amazing next to that name. And we're like, man, we should just call it Jars. Everything we sell is in a jar, right? We used to put it in a jar. And you know what? It really worked. And then we created this beautiful circle logo, right? And it just fits so well, you know? And I wish it was Raymond, but it's really Ronnie.
But technically,
I'll take it.
technically, you know what? Like, I think Ronnie. I don't know.
He lets me share it with him. I'm not gonna lie.
That's a big.
He's a big guy.
That's why you guys are successful.
Yeah.
So, and like talk about an event like this, because I think people that, the ones that know what you guys are about, that have been customers, that know it, just like myself, not only in the business to get a bigger expanse of the state, right, through a reach, but the fact of putting new ones to bed, putting on stuff like this. Dude, you got a 14-foot ramp with snowboarders coming down.
Sick.
In North, isn't this sick?
Yeah, it is. It's fun, and it's fun to watch. I almost had enough balls to get up there, and then I stopped.
Attaboy.
But, you know, for us, it's like...
Do it.
That's right. No, more brains than balls.
You know, for us, it's like, all right, well, we're opening up another store in an amazing community, and it's easy to just hit the open sign, but, like, we want, you know, total community engagement. We want people to enjoy what's coming to the city. And there's still a little people say, oh, another cannabis store. Well, we're not just another cannabis store. Wow. What was that? That was awesome.
You heard it from the crowd right there. That's what we're bringing out. Only at Jars.
That was sick.
That was sick, bro.
Yeah. And, you know, we don't want to just be another dispensary. We want to be a part of the community. We want the community to enjoy what's coming on. It's not just about weed for us, right?
No.
It's about everything, you know. How do we impact you in any single way, whether it's in sports, and at work, you know, when you go to sleep? I don't care. How do we impact you? We want to be a part of it. And we love sports, right? I don't know enough about it, right? I just watch it.
Yeah.
I love watching. I watch the shit of it.
Absolutely.
But, you know, they want to put this on. Stephanie brought this to us. Kudos to her. Stephanie's our director of marketing, Stephanie Michaels. And, man, she put this together, and she did an amazing job at it.
Isn't it look? And it looked great, and it gives the opportunity for, you know, everybody to that. Like we just had Kyle Mack on, who's one of the judges, silver medalist. But like he said, growing up here, and it opens up a new, I guess, like snowboarding in the slopes, and you know, has always been sort of friendly with the plant. But what I love about Jars is you can send anybody in and have a conversation, no matter how expert you may be or experienced. Maybe that's what. Thank you, Monty. Cheers to Monty, the car guy. Yeah. You need a car, go see Monty.
Is that what kind of cars you sell?
All of them.
All of them?
He's the car concierge.
Can I just drive one?
You can talk to Monty. Monty can make anything happen,
Let's
bro.
go.
That's why he's the car concierge. No, but the fact is for everybody to come in and have and see how it leads down. It's not about getting high.
No.
Right? Like I always use the term is I'm never high, I'm always fully medicated.
Yes.
But it's also to finding what you need, whether it's for sleep, whether it's for that. Talk about, you know, because collaboration and the fact of community, you mentioned that, means a lot. And I see, because I see the people of this community that have influence in this community showing up.
Yeah.
How big has that been? Like, I guess if I'm going to ask you, because you've been around for this for a long time, where are we at as far as, I guess, acceptance? As far as becoming, like, Jars is becoming more of like Meyer and you know, just a place we go because this is where we get our CVS, so to speak, right?
I think it's becoming very close to ultimately acceptable, right? And when you look at, you know, let's just try to keep it away from the youth. That's our only goal, right? Keep it away from the youth. Let's put it into the people's hands that really need it. There are some people, man, they just like, having a drink. Some people just want to have a glass of wine. Well, that's cool. Have your glass of wine. But, when you really focus on the people that need it, I think that's where you really win. You're going to get the people who just want to, let's say recreationally use, right?
And that's
great,
fine.
and that's fine. And I have friends that do it. But if we focus on the people that really need to understand how their body's going to react to it and how it's going to benefit them, man, that's what we really focus on. I think that's what's helping, people in the world accept it, right?
And the conversation, because like you said, let us get first and foremost. You want to do it the right way. We're parents.
Yep.
We're I'm a grandparent now.
Really?
To me, what I love, and it's always been with Jars, it's about not today, tomorrow, the next. It's about 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and the legacy of it. So I guess for everybody who hasn't been or whatever, now there's options, like you said. 30 odd. What's next for Jars? I know there's a couple other ones that you're building, but is it bigger in the sense of once you get all the dispensaries and stuff out there? Is there a bigger mission at hand? Because it seems like you guys are always just growing.
It's one of our five pillars of culture is nimble, right? That's in our nimble, yeah. And I think that's important for Jars because, one day we're at a standstill, the next day we're moving, right? Right now we're just happy where we're at. I don't know what the future tells. We won't stop looking, right? We always want to look toward the future, possibly in other states, possibly with brands, possibly. I mean, we deal with Legacy, which is great. Right. They're new to the table, right? We never expected them, and they've put some things in front of us, and we've accepted it. So all we can do is continue to look at the opportunity and say, does it fit us, right? And I think that's what cannabis is. Does it fit you, right? Yeah.
Is that what nimble is like to be prepared to at any drop of the hat? But it's also too, what are the synergies?
Yeah. We live by fire drills, but we don't let any fire get out of control.
Nice, right? Nice. So speaking grand opening weekend, so you definitely got deals going on in there, like deals galore or whatever. Like what is it going on for the weekend?
Yeah, well, it's going on today, 40% off, and then we continue with our daily deals throughout. If you're in the area, you might have got some, coupons in the mail. But yeah, if you come check it out, and it's there for you. The deals are amazing. We stay competitive. And we pretty much carry everything that you need. And if you haven't tried cannabis, it might not be for you. I get it. But I challenge you to try it.
Or come in and have a conversation.
Yeah, have a conversation. And you know what? You might walk out and say, it's not for me. But you know what? At least you're educated on it, and you might understand why somebody else is for it.
Or at least when you are ready for that conversation, you know where to go.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, you know where to go.
Yeah.
There he did it again.
There's that guy, same guy. This guy looks like he's winning $5,000.
Wow, dude. We're gonna have to, hey buddy, say 16. I need to hold some a little later.
Hey.
No, this is pretty cool. What a nice day, a little wind. I was asking Kyle. So have you ever do you ski or do you snowboard? Or?
Look, I ski enough to not die.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. So I'll go down. How about you?
Yeah. I'm more of a skier.
Are you gonna hit this or no?
No, dude. I'm too like 20 years ago. Yeah. 2 years ago, yeah. No, dude, have you seen I got Darren McCarty brand in there? I can't get hurt. I got to promote. I got to travel all the Jars to promote the brand.
Darren McCarty brand is a great brand. Let me just put that out there, first of all, okay?
Thank you, brother.
Great smoke. And you don't find that with all the, I hate to say it like this, celebrity brands.
Well, here's the whole thing, too.
It's a great product.
And I'm glad you say that because what's important to me, and you nailed it before, it's the team around you.
Yeah.
Right? Where I say the Darren McCarty brand powered by Legacy Cannabis, that's my team. That's my, right? So where it goes in. And I guess if there's a stigma that haven't, like, it's one thing to be in the game and not be in the game, to be an advocate, to have a voice, but to be in the game with the product, right? That for you, sir, when you say that it's the real deal, that means a lot to me because that's what it's all about, because that medicine can actually has not only helped me, but help everybody else. Yeah. And so the fact is, what I like to say it, so for me to show up, it's more important. Everybody can do their own way, but this is what you're getting. So if you have the Darren McCarty brand, especially, like, I know that I will be hitting a lot of the Jars, if not all of them, throughout this state because
Yeah.
of that relationship, and you've allowed me to get out and see my people too.
Yeah.
But I think you nailed it, bro. Team. That's if you get anything from it, is we play our role. That's where you understand. And I know you say you don't understand and you're not a big sports fan, but you enjoy and you can see them working together.
I watch
You're
sports.
a big. You
I don't know shit though.
Well, but so what do you? Let's break that down because I think that here, Stick. Are you on the mic?
Yeah, my mic works.
How about this? Because he's the first person that gets on here and says that I love it, but I don't know shit about it. Where
no,
everybody
Easy
else
says that
I
every
gotta
night.
listen to tells me what a fucking expert they are. So what do you love about? So tell me this. But what do you love about the sports? And I guess like obviously Lions is that? Where,
I'm a season ticket holder for the Lions since '09. I love them. I'm a big fan. I love the Red Wings. I love the city. I love Michigan. I love the city of Detroit. I am for Detroit.
That's what it's about.
What up,
right?
Joe?
I mean, that's what it's about.
If you want to see what the synergy is between all of us, like get in. It is the love of not only the city but the people in the city, and all that we want is everybody to have the option. To be better. We all have the relationship when we're talking this plan or in the city. Like it's playing the right way, right?
Yeah. I think in '95 or '96 I was on grass shit after I think
97.
97. And I was on grass shit partying.
I
Right?
love it.
Remember when people used to? I'm old. I don't know if you might be.
We're-
You
He's
might not know
old.
this.
I'm older than you think.
We used to cruise grass shit, and then we clogged it bumper to bumper from like Big Beaver to 12 Mile. You couldn't move.
Which, you know what's
Okay.
crazy?
Okay.
And I'm just going to touch on this because Ray touched. But look at how, like, when our city, when we celebrate, that shit that happened in Philly and stuff.
Oh, that's bad.
That would never happen. Like, right? We had too much pride in our city. We know how to party. And I know this. I've had 4 parades over 1 million people.
Whoa!
Whoa!
What?
Dude, he just did a fucking.
A front flip.
What the fuck?
Like a
Play that back for
cartwheel.
me. How do I see it?
Go on YouTube right now. We're streaming live.
Are we
was
live on
sick.
YouTube right
Oh,
now,
yeah.
Stick?
Oh, yeah.
Right on it. Shout out to anybody joining.
Thanks for having me.
No, thanks for being out here.
So what I love about sports is I love to watch teamwork. I coach for my kids, right? I just preach teamwork. I preach being there for each other. I preach when you're having a bad day, the rest of the team got to pick you up. But I also always say there's really no such thing as a bad day. You're just having a bad couple shots. Keep on going. You'll find that rhythm, right? And I think that's why I love team. We talk about teams all the time. But when I say I don't know sports, man, I can't remember a player for the life of me.
That's okay, bro.
You know,
but you know the way it should be
I
played.
know the way
and
it's
you know
played.
culture.
I
That's
know
what you know.
yes.
And that's what you have here
Yes.
because everything
Yeah.
you tell me is how you live your life, which is the same as your judge.
Yeah.
Look around this state, and I'll just say make your own judgments, but you know what? Like, there's a reason some people are not successful.
Yeah.
Me personally, put in 2 categories: the dollar, compassion, or compassion, the dollar.
Yeah.
And when you put the compassion in front, you notice the synergies, and you seem to see that, you know what, those places are doing right. And those places keep building. Again, we're here, Utica Park, up in Utica Jars. This is their 30th. So, what is Milan, which opened today too? Is that the 29 or 31?
I opened up 2 days ago. That was 29. This is 30 today.
Look
yeah.
and rolling.
Rolling.
And I know you got.
Yeah.
There's one in Madison Heights. I see.
That's coming. Maybe April, end of April.
End of April.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there another one down like Groesbeck or?
That one is we're having a little issues with
Okay,
some parking lot, but it's there.
But here's the thing, and that's we plug away.
Yeah.
We try to be where we want to be.
Uh-huh.
And the issues come up. You deal with them and
Yep.
put more energy somewhere else.
Move it on. Keep moving.
Stuff like this. What's your favorite? Why do you serve this plant so much? Is it because of
Okay, you want me to tell you the truth?
Everybody has a story. Mine is through addiction, and this plant saving my life. So now I am indebted to serve the plant.
All right. When I first did this back in the caregiver role, it was just to make $1. I'll be honest with you. But then we had like, veterans coming in telling us stories. We had, patients with real problems and real addictions coming in telling us this problem. And I hated the way I was running the business because it was no longer about $1. I was like, man, we got a real thing here. Can we really help people? I actually sold that store because it was just about money.
What year was that?
That was in 14,
Okay.
15. And then in 15, we opened up a store. It's called the Jazz Club over there on Telegraph.
I love the Jazz Club,
Right, the
bro.
Jazz Club.
Dude,
Yeah, and
you
that's-
guys used to have fire in there, and one of the only deli places.
Yeah. And we focused strictly on the people who need it, right? Again, recreational is all good. I love them.
No, but back then it was
But
medical.
we really
and that was
focus on the people. Like you got a good feeling of like really hearing the testimonials and all that good stuff coming through, and that's what really fed me into wanting to drive and keep on getting better. To be honest with you, helping people sleep that probably take something over the counter or drinking to sleep.
Great.
You know,
Dude,
this is even better.
You just talked to me about I'm an alcoholic insomniac.
Yeah.
This plant gave me
Yeah.
my life back to whatever, but also to the fact you look at the growth. But now what I see and I see it in our brand with Legacy is how do you combine the caregiver, the compassion, and figure out where the price point is to make it affordable.
Yeah.
Right. And that's where I challenge. And anybody out there, smoke Legacy Cannabis, you smoke the Darren McCarty brand or whatever, I guarantee for the price point you will not smoke a better.
Mention this show and you get 50% off for the next week.
Mention a word. Hey,
Hey,
Ray, I saw you.
Hey.
Did you hear that, Ray?
Does that apply
Mention
for
this show, you get
everybody?
Mention the
50%
fact
off.
that you saw.
Tell them again, Skip.
I'm on the way in right now.
Absolute, dude. Hey, we lost Stick. There you go. So, come on in, 50% off. You mentioned the Woodward Sports. You saw Ray promoting it. He said it. He said it right
I said
there.
it. And
that's
I can't get fired, so I'm good.
That's insulated, bro. Love how it's done like that. I love how it's done like that.
Is that Ryan Reynolds? Who's that guy?
Anson. This is Anson. Anson decided to dress
That guy looks like
night-
$1 million. For
Anson, come over here.
Dress for the job you want.
Come
And
over
he
here
wants
so
to be a
people
porn
can see you.
director.
This
Anson,
is-
yeah, go
this
on the
Ryan,
screen.
Ryan Reynolds, stunt double over here.
Is that, you got a little.
He looks like a
He's got a little
1970s
dead-
porn
he's
director.
dead.
Yeah,
for sure.
100%.
He's fucking styling and profile.
No, not Ryan Reynolds. What's the other guy?
Hey, he stole those out of his old man's closet.
So dude from Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo. Yes.
Again, if you are watching this live and you are in the Detroit area or the northern Michigan, M59 in Utica, just north, we are right here.
And 59 and
out here.
M53, baby.
M59 and 53?
Yeah.
59
We got some
and 53.
barbecue and some sliders.
Yeah, let's see. Let me give
We got Muha Meds
let me
here,
look.
Cheech and Chong,
There you
Dixie,
go.
Pressure Pack.
that
Lost
yeah,
Farms.
all the homies.
That
in the
barbecue's
crowd.
legit.
Hey,
Those sliders.
I'm not going to lie. I had to step away from it because I kept on eating. Is this water from Pressure Pack? This is from
hey,
Pressure
honey,
Pack.
how
Pressure
are
Pack.
you?
Give us a, yeah, you
on
can come
over.
give us a hug. Give
Yes,
us a hug.
nice to see you. You know, good.
Is that a fan
It's
or
like
do
a
you know
family
her?
reunion. It is. Everybody been like. That's okay. Next
I want
time.
the kind of hugs Darren gets.
Well, you know what? See, that's the compassion part of the program when you're out and about and around. See, I can't be a celebrity brand and get hugs like that if I'm not out with the people, right?
100%.
But getting back to that, right? Like that's 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Right, where you look at where you made, like you look back and you see like that's where it is, and what I love. Because that's sort of 2015. At the end of it's when I got sober and I went on my sort of cannabis journey. But you look at all these guys.
This guy won second in our first real jam back in Owasso.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. He
is
won
the
second.
reigning champ here?
No, he was second place. He's trying to get it this year.
Well, that's
Hopefully.
good. But the fact
So
that
you've had
it's
guys, like, follow us
progress,
around?
right?
This is only our second event, but yeah,
Okay.
they're here. Yeah, a lot of these people were here. That's that guy right there.
They're
That
like
guy's really
hired guns of snowboarders. Just
sick.
Hey,
mercenaries
remember,
going
guys,
around
jars are
collecting money.
open daily 9 to 9. Go on Instagram at jars_life to catch what's going on here. Always a great way to see what the deals are. I get my updates from Jars every morning.
He's going to
See
need
what's
some
going on.
cannabis after that fall.
That's why we're here.
He's going to need some.
That's,
You know those people that wake up in the morning, they can't move their legs? Oh, I'm that guy.
now, what do you use for that?
Oh,
So my morning starts with a combination of smoke. Yeah, I'm always smoking.
I can't smoke. I got to vape in the morning.
Okay.
I like nice, subtle, keeps me calm and easy.
Yeah.
Well, if I get too much weed in me in the morning, I'm very hyper, and people don't understand hyper sometimes.
No, they don't.
I'm too excited.
I get it. I got to start with the combination CBD, THC.
Yeah.
I usually do about, like you said, to get the body working, get the flow. But that's where the edible, and it's like finding. Here's the thing with cannabis, like for anybody looking for the option, you got to find your sweet spot. Like you said, like where it's not just just blaze in the morning. Like some days I need to get going or whatever, depending on what I have to do. But other days it's just like, how do I get to feel right?
Right.
That's all it is. Just try to feel okay.
Yeah. But I have inflammation in my ankles, so I put those creams on.
Yeah. Do you put the topical?
Yeah, I do. And it works, but I combine it with an edible. I'll take like a half an edible.
Well, that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
You got to find out what your
that's
your
that's like
combination
my
is.
like sweet spot, and then I'll pop on a movie, and before the beginning credits are done, I'm sleeping.
Isn't that beautiful?
I've never really watched the movie. I've always watched the first 5 minutes.
Dude, but you got it you got it on lockdown.
I know my life.
But I think that's right there. I think that's the most poignant statement you said. You know your life.
Self-awareness.
Self-awareness is the number one key or not key of people. As we're watching, a couple dogs rip. All right. Couldn't get the speed at the top.
We need the backflip
How
guy.
does it work? How
They
does it
gotta
work?
grease that ramp a little
Do
bit.
we have a...
How high can you go? Like, do you have to pass
Whoa.
by how high the ramp can be by the city
Oh,
officials?
we got a couple crashers.
We got it approved. We were trying to go 16 feet, but they're like, dude, that's crazy. You might hurt somebody. I'm like, they're signing liability forms.
They're good.
I mean, there's their problem. at the end of the
16
day.
feet? Is that what you said?
But it's 14
Big
right
Ray
now.
always got the liabilities always locked down. Let's see what the liabilities are.
But they need to grease that track up a little bit to get them really going.
Yeah, it's a little bit slow. We got some humming here. No,
I got to
not
tell them to
really.
grease it up a little bit.
I think Boss Man might go down there and even going a little fast.
Yeah,
How
go
was
handle
the Oaxaca?
business if
Was
you
it
want.
The same
Can I-
setup, same. They were a little bit colder day, or was it a warmer day?
No, it was our first run. We actually had an air ramp, and it was okay. But I'm like, dude, if we're gonna do it again, let's do it right. Let's really build one.
Yeah.
The brands helped out. They paid for some of it. I'm not gonna lie.
How long did it? What goes into the process? How long to build that?
Man, this is planned out from like 3 months ago. They put this up in 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah, but some of this stuff was borrowed from like local ski areas. They gave us those rails as a donation. We created that Jars logo and we built the bridge. And we're actually taking this to Arizona, and we're doing another rail jam in Arizona.
Skateboarding.
Yep, and but it's gonna be skate.
Yeah.
Yep, and
Thanks so much.
we're just gonna put up another bridge on the other side, so it'll be like 114 and then like 1 8,
Dude.
and they'll just rock it back and forth between the tricks.
Dude, that's brilliant for
Yeah.
summer.
Yeah, so
Now, how many so here's an interesting thing too, right? Like, and we're gonna get into right when you guys so when did this property, right? So how does the jar take me behind scouting out? Obviously new property, and obviously different places have their different stories. But
Yeah.
a place like this, right, where we're here this weekend for the grand opening, when did you start looking for the spot over here? When did you, find the spot? Was it easy to lock down? Because you're talking about like parking. You
Yeah.
have good parking.
yeah, it's tough, right? Some
it-
areas we don't
like-
have any parking.
No.
You got the cities. They come out with these rules and zonings and certain areas and criterias. You have to be X amount from, some kind of business or at the schools. Wholeheartedly I agree with. Like,
Yeah.
you should be away from the schools. But certain zoning restrictions. But lucky for me, my brother Jason, who's
Yes.
been my lifelong business partner, he handles that, and he does all the scouting for us, finds the right area, and then make sure that we go through it.
That's would you say the part that why Jars is successful too? It's because of like you said, the pre-plan, the fact that this came about 3 months ago, it took 2 days, but the way that you guys, the scout team, so to speak, or the things that people don't realize. Oh yeah, you're selling cannabis.
Yeah.
But no, it's way bigger than that on a huge scale, because that's like a commercial real estate arm.
It's a
right?
it's a tough gig that he probably has the toughest job, right? Because if he puts me in a bad situation, then I have no chance at winning, right? And
100%.
that I would say that, there's been many opportunity or cities that have come along and we're like, man, maybe this isn't great for Jars, and what does the community look like and what does the location look like? And that's all the things that we have to go through when we're discussing these new store plans. But once we say, yeah, we like that community, we want to be a part of it. That's where he goes into play.
That's the huge thing too, because if you are going to be a part of the community, you are part of the community, right? Like, how do we be an asset? I think it's like to be able to do that people don't see. So what is the process like? So when did Jason say,
"Oh,
hey, Ray,
this is like
I got
like a year.
For you
This is like a year and a half in my days are like a whole month. Like one day to me is like a whole month.
Yeah.
Right. So I was like, this is like a year and a half. What does it look like? He puts, there's some other people behind scenes as well that were very like the people of the this is National Coney Island. It's a staple here.
Yeah.
They stayed on. They're with us here. It was
Perfect.
great. So.
Gifted.
You just have to make it work, and you have to make sure the partnership is good. You got to make sure that the partnership with the city's even better, right? Because you don't want to walk in, and the city council's not for it.
No, you don't. You don't need those headaches, and especially it had to have been harder earlier. Now it's like, we got 30. You want us in here? We want to be here.
You want to go to the public hearings. You want to hear what the people are saying. Is it right for the city? Not all good business is business. Not all business is good business.
So when we're talking about here, and I wanted this, if you take anything away from not only the fact that, don't tell me what, tell me who, this Jars is the who, but all these things that Raymond's talking about, going to the meetings, talking to the people, the community is just as important to make it a community event and to give back, right?
Yeah.
Like, how many, I think that people are sleeping on the fact that these guys here are coming out fighting for real money.
Yeah, it's great.
It's
my favorite part.
What is it? $5,000 for
first? $5,000 for the first place. Yeah, for grand prize.
Yeah, which to be able to do that in the community for things like, I love the fact that the way you said, dude, take the snow away and you gotta
skate jam
thing, right?
It's great.
Just finding the different things to do.
Yeah, but it's been awesome.
Is there something that you would say that people that we haven't covered that don't know that sets Jars apart, or just that you're proud of? Because I know you're like me. Listen, we compete with ourselves, but this is like what we do real good.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we have to hold ourselves to a higher standard first, right? So when you hold yourself to a higher standard, you said it very early on when we started this conversation, I compete with myself, right? And I think we look at it as like we hold ourselves to a standard. What is that standard? Exceptional. We're gonna fail, 98 out of 100 times we're gonna fail. But if we just keep on trying to hold ourselves accountable for what we do, it resonates all the way down, right? I don't just come in here and wave. I want to help a customer. That's how I started. I was a freaking bartender.
100,000,000%. I can't out of anybody that you would, and I don't say this out of disrespect, but I would have, until I got to know you through whatever, I never would known you were the head.
I love it. I love talking to
because
him.
I always see you, if you're around, having a conversation with somebody about something.
I want to make sure that, if I do my job right, hopefully the person next to me will too. And that's about putting the right product in the right hands. There's 25 products in there that's great. Not everyone's great for you.
Boom.
I want people to know that. That's the biggest thing. So you hold yourself accountable, falls in line.
Absolutely.
I'm ready to go too. I'm ready to go too. Yeah, where are we going? Nice.
Beaver Creek. What are you doing out there? Ian, perfect.
Hit the ramp.
Nice. Whoa. You know what? You're asking the wrong guy. That guy in the microphone down there.
Yeah, he knows
more
all
than
the
I would.
answers.
I don't have
We're
all
just
those
doing a live
answers, so-
podcast, that's all. Yeah, nothing, no big deal. Yeah.
No.
That guy up front, he has all the answers.
No, we're not judging. We're just doing a live
I'm nobody,
broadcast.
actually.
What's
You
your
know, I
name,
got this-
sir? What's your name? Don. Right on. Don will be out in Beaver Creek tomorrow. 15 days. Suck it, guys. Skiing his ass up. Loving life.
Yeah.
Taking
What
the
are
kids.
you
Hell
gonna do?
yeah. I want to be like Don. You can
Yeah.
be like Don too. Jars Utica. Let's go. Come on up. 40% off. If you come up and you mention Ray and you saw it on the broadcast, he even said 50% off.
50% off.
You guy,
Darren McCarty products only.
oh, Darren McCarty. There you go. Darren
Only-
McCarty brand
only
products.
Darren McCarty
If
products.
If you
Yeah.
don't know what they look like,
Fire.
that's what they look like.
Hey,
I can't wait. Hey,
It
you know,
tastes,
you know
it
what the
really
toughest thing-
tastes good.
I have.
You know, I hate weed that gets you where you want to be, nice and high, but it doesn't taste good.
Oh.
I want it to taste good too,
Got it both, baby.
Amani, she used to be our #1 bud tender.
She did.
Yeah,
What
now
happened?
she's our social media expert.
Oh, now she went
That's
to.
that's a
Wait,
perfect
so
Jars.
is she still-
The Jars rank up right there.
There
From
it
bud
is.
tender to social media
You
expert.
got the right one doing it.
Yeah, we love her.
That's where it's
Can
all
you guys
about.
hear us? Can you hear us? Really? Oh, okay. That's embarrassing. We love you, Amani.
Yeah.
Keep doing you.
That's the best. Oh. I gave you a plug. I gave a plug earlier. These things are fucking fire.
Is that Muha? Yeah, Muha's up there.
Fuck yeah.
Muha
No,
does
no.
it
As
right.
far as like the terp profile on what it is for the.
You know, when we did a motocross event,
that's Blue Dream. Like
Yeah.
I could taste the pineapple. Like
they gave us a dirt bike to give away, Muhammad's.
no way.
Yeah, when we did the motocross event, there was up there in not Brooklyn. Shit, I'm saying it wrong. It was like 2 years ago. Big event,
2 years ago,
international.
how many jars did you have? Now you're at 32 years
Like
ago.
11 maybe, 12.
Look at that, bro. Look at that.
It's been a fun journey.
Jason, you need a raise.
Jason, he gets paid too much to come down.
I get it. Hey, if he's dealing with all the
Yeah,
BS at the front end, that's the way it works.
Yeah.
You know what I love though, is the always evolving.
yeah.
Right. The fact like always evolving, but to the fact is like you've not only created this like the rail jam, the what is that? The new like branding sort of thing, but
Yeah.
the fact you figured out, oh dude, let's take it out to Arizona.
Yeah.
And I think that's also slept on a little bit, right? As far as that, and I heard you say it earlier when we talked, but the next step is spread. Once like Michigan's solidified, you've already taken steps in other states,
Yeah.
but there are other states and other destinations out there. And here at Woodward Sports Network, we don't just we talk about we're based here. We are about the people and stuff, but it's all across the country, across the world.
Yeah.
So are there, and those are real conversations.
Yeah.
Having
Every day.
now that has established. So is it one of those things like you said? In the last 2 years, it's almost like double plus.
Yeah.
Right. So it's almost inevitable that that's what it's going to be.
I mean, hopefully, it just doesn't make sense,
And I
That's
love
it.
that's
Yeah.
what I hear.
It's not just about growing. It's easy to put up a store and put a sign on it. Can we be effective there? Can we bring the same culture, same energy there? Can we be successful in a way where, we're involved in the community, we're putting the right product in the right hands, and we're not just out there just trying to sling weed.
Right.
Those days are gone.
That's
We're-
over.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
I think that people have to understand because what I love about you too, bro, is like the transparency and the honesty. Is like, dude, I got into this to sling weed
Yeah, I did.
back in the day. But then I saw how. But again, the education, the stigma, even the people that were growing it and whatever, like and you're either way to who you are.
Yeah.
Right. Which is developed. We're not just talking to a guy that owns, the biggest conglomerate of cannabis in Michigan right now.
Yeah.
We're talking to a coach, a father. One sec, bud.
Yeah.
A coach, a father, somebody that cares about his community and
Yeah.
stuff like this. And that's not just
Thank you.
That's the whole team.
The whole team.
That's the whole important thing to be
Yeah.
impactful, because that's where you see is like Jars has an impact in the state
Yeah.
now.
I think
right?
the culture is there.
You sit here and you talk about things that you do throughout the state.
That's Silk. He came to
I know.
visit for the day.
Silk, we got a picture earlier.
Hey, Silk's the.
Smooth as silk, baby. Did you get the D-Mac? Which one'd you get? Oh, no. I got a marker, bro. Get the fucking pen out of here.
Get your fucking pen out of here, man.
Fucking pen. What are
low-budget
we
pen,
coming
man.
from fucking...
Fucking
Where'd you come
pens.
from? Pontiac? Come on. We do better than that.
There's only one type of pen.
What is that?
He said, bring whatever you get. I said, all right.
Darren McCarty signing his own brand.
Fuck
Sick.
yeah, bro.
I mean, how great
Appreciate
is
it.
that?
Where do you, which one do you work at?
I'm at the Mount Clemens store, but
Ma-
I might have to finagle my way over here.
All right, there's finagling inside the business going on, but the
Incoming
thing is,
transfer.
it's the family, right? So it's the same sort of ways. But up to Mount Clemens, but you know what? Too valuable might not be able to let you go up there, but we'll talk about it.
Hey, listen.
You like it?
Yeah.
Listen. Just tell him Raymond said it's okay. That might get you stuck at Mount Clemens, though. I'm just letting you know.
Hey, do you already say it? They know enough to go, it's okay, Ray. Let's save that one, bro. I really don't want to get penalized.
Silk is great, dude. He helps us out wherever we need him.
But here's one thing again, right? Where you can see Silk, who's at Mount Clemens Jars right now.
Yeah.
But these are the guys. This is a lifeline to the people,
Yeah.
to me, to you,
Yeah.
to whatever, because these are the ones that you go see that will take care of you. These
Yep.
are the doctors and the nurses that
Yep.
are on call.
Yep.
Might be more you might be more of the surgeon and stuff like this. But
Yeah.
the fact is, so wherever it is, I know, dude. If you watch, there's a couple donkeys out here doing sick flips.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Well, I appreciate
Silk,
you, bro.
Thank you. Always good to see you.
And I want feedback on the brand. I want let me know what you like.
Yeah, we'll take a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, let's go. Let's get in. Do you want to cram in it like it's one of those award show type things?
Throw the fucking legacy in that bitch, dude.
Yeah.
That's the Darren McCarty brand, baby. You know we're giving 50% off the Darren McCarty brand. All. You know what you're doing?
Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Pump
Hey,
it
listen,
out,
print
baby.
that. I'll sign it too. I know it's not the same thing, but I just want to pretend.
Print out a
I want to
check.
pretend to be as important as Darren. But listen, my signature don't mean shit.
Everybody talks about Stavros. Fuck that. Ray.
Why not? It's fucking Ray, right? Ray's one of the boys. Like,
You need to tell me one day who Jars is, though, so I know.
Junior, Anthony, Ronnie, Scotty. Yeah, that's the Jars brand.
I'll never forget.
Sick. All right.
all right, you be good, bro.
Take me a little picture. I'll get out of here.
All right, brother.
What's up, brother? Yeah, come on over here.
I think it's time for me. Ooh. Darren, you
Come on
didn't tell me
over
to sign
here.
fucking
Come on-
jerseys,
come
too.
on
I
over
should have
in front.
fucking got a jersey.
Little,
Am I allowed to cuss on this?
As we're
No.
watching,
Yeah,
you
no,
are.
you're
Okay.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, he's got the D-Mac
Oh,
jersey.
shit, I
It's
gotta
not just
do
a
a-
white.
I gotta
Yeah.
do a full Monty. So,
There we go.
what? Anything else that people need to know as far as like what
Man,
Jars?
just-
Any?
We need to make Raymond a co-host.
I know
I'm
we
in.
do. We need to get
Did I
Raymond
do
his
good?
own
You know, this
show.
is my first time on a
You want your
podcast.
name on it?
I just
You want your name on it?
I just
Or
lost my virginity. I just
her name
realized
on it?
that right now.
D-Mac's very gentle.
You know, I thought it'd be more
JN,
intimidating, to be honest with you, but he made it very
got it.
easy.
He's a pro.
Yeah. He kissed me on my ear first.
This guy
I'm gonna-
shows up in his Darren McCarty jersey,
I'm
too.
about to
That's
go
sweet.
buy a
and
jersey.
he's getting it done for his mom, Jeanette, which is so
Aw.
awesome.
Jeanette with a G or a J?
It's a J.
Okay.
That is sick.
Oh, I nailed it too.
Stephanie, how come you didn't buy me a jersey to get signed by Darren?
Come by the Woodward Sports Studio. We'll sign one for you anytime.
We gotta get you.
Oh, show! He almost made it.
We gotta get the collab. The
The Darren
I got the
McCarty
new,
Jars jersey. Should we make
Legacy
one?
ones with the octopus
Should we
on.
make one?
Oh,
I got the new
that'd be
Legacy
sweet.
ones.
I
with
A
think
that.
Jars hockey jersey with Darren McCarty?
I think we're gonna have to convince Stephanie to add it to the budget. She's cheap.
That's why she's in the position she's in. 'Cause that's why you and I. Hey, that's why you said the check ain't worth because Raven can't sign anything. Because you and I would be giving it away. I appreciate it, bro.
God
You bet.
bless, man.
If you want to
Be
get a
safe.
picture of it, that's cool.
Yeah. Cool. All right,
All
I'm
right,
leaving.
5
you
more
guys.
riders.
Can I leave?
Yeah,
You're good, brother.
I got to actually go work. I think I just burped on the mic.
You're good, bro.
Crazy.
I
How do you do
appreciate
that?
you. And
Darren, thanks
thank you
for
not
asking me
only-
to join. I love this shit.
Thank
You
you
guys
for
should
what
invite
you're
you.
doing.
Guys,
No,
do you guys get paid to do this? This is fun.
I don't.
Fuck.
I do it, I do it because I fuck it all charity.
Oh, that's nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So no, but
Well, when you guys
it's
start
all
paying,
about,
I'll join.
It's all about. Thank you.
We
for
need
what
we
you
need a
do, not
Jars
only for
sponsorship.
me,
I would
for
love to
Legacy
be on
and
this
stuff, but
whenever.
for Woodward Sports and
Yeah.
be a collab and stuff. And you know what? Like that's one of the things that I say to the people. I would love to do a cannabis education show or just talk about cannabis with the guys that I mess with in the business to be educated for the ones that want to do down the road, whatever collabs
I would
or
love
whatever,
that.
But I
we could bring in some real experts too, like bud tender experts that really dive deep into each category and say, you know what, this person knows all about the edibles, the differences between the CBGs, CBNs, all that good stuff, and all the concentrates. We didn't even talk about concentrates.
I know.
Oh my God,
dude!
I forget about it.
That's a whole new. That's a whole. I mean, I dab and I do that, but I'm not the expert. Like I can only concentrate on the cannabis, on the flower, which is my passion.
Same.
Appreciate
Well, thank
you,
thank you guys.
Thank
Love
for
you
everything.
guys. Happy
We
you guys
will
are
see you
here.
soon.
You guys always show us
Sweet
love and
ass
support.
shoes.
Huh?
Sweet ass shoes.
Thanks, man.
I got the red and black ones.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do.
You got the better ones.
Well, they just match my colors.
Yeah,
But I would
like
wear
it.
those too. Those are DMAC colors.
All right, I'm gonna take these off. I'll see you guys. Thank you.
You got it. Thank you, Ray. That is Raymond Abro. He is the man, one of the guys behind the success
what's
of
up,
cannabis.
D-Mac?
What's up, Stick? I'm just going to do some,
Oh, that guy just went down smoking then. Oh, yeah.
what happened?
Oh, the heater, man.
Oh,
The heater's
cold
so much
over there?
nicer over. Yeah, it's cold over there.
all right, so here we are. Let's
Yeah.
see. I got to give a shout out. Oh, look at thank you. Oh,
EMT walking around handing out hand
Absolutely
warmers.
brilliant.
I gave you gloves and you didn't even wear them.
they're down here. You want them?
No, I'm good.
Thanks for, we're out here, Jars Utica, 53 and 59, just on the north side. Doing
Beautiful
the
location.
Jam rail. These guys are competing. There's been some doozies, Stick.
Some
Couple
front
flippers,
flips,
couple floppers, couple crashers, couple bashers.
couple
got some
grinders.
speed.
Oh,
There's-
this guy.
I-
Yeah,
I'd
no,
like
this
to
is a
see
fun
little bit
event,
more
man.
speed off the hill. But hey, let me give thanks out to the sponsors to make this happen. As you heard Raymond say, 3 months in the planning, 2 days to put it together. So we got Muha Meds, Cheech and Chong brand, Lost Farm, Pressure Pack, Midwest Extracts, Dixie Edibles, all that. Also to Wahoosh Barbecue and Savvy Sliders.
The dude at Wahoosh Barbecue is a big fan of Woodward Sports. We were talking to him earlier. Good
Well,
guy.
Maybe if he wahoosh some food over here, I give him a wahoosh.
Oh,
some
see?
shit, Brady.
Brady's all over
God
it.
dang it, Brady.
I'm trying to finagle some product out of our man. over
D-Mac,
there.
would you rather have ribs or sliders?
Yes.
Ooh, I'd rather have sliders.
All right.
But I don't want to discriminate. Like, I mean, I don't want Wahoosh to think that I'm discriminating. So
No, that guy was
I
cool
mean,
as hell.
that's a personal preference, but I'll take whatever.
Yeah,
right
it's pulled
now.
pork
Beggars
sliders.
Can't be choosers.
Number 10's my guy, the guy that
You got
just went.
10?
I think 10's going to win this
10's
thing.
good, 13's good, 16's good. I mean, these guys are going for $5,000.
It's so crazy.
First place.
And then skiers
Dude,
are up next.
Dude, I just wish I, like,
Oh, a nose grind. Are you familiar with like what these things are called, like a McTwist
fuck
and
no,
a
dude.
McLovin
I was not
and
a
a
Tony Hawk. I'm not
Yeah.
a skateboarder, dude. You know, like, not that I'm against it. It took me, Gerald, shout out to
yeah, Garrow Valley,
Garrow Valley, Purple.
the greats.
Purple Gang. He taught me how to skateboard at, like, 50 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
You never skateboarded before
I
that?
never did.
I figured with your balance, being able to be on ice skates.
He gave me a sick Frankensteiner board, too.
Did he?
Yeah, like, I mean, like, yeah, it's a little different. Like, I can rollerblade, obviously. Like, if I was gonna like do a fucking pit or whatever,
Yeah.
I'd put skates on it, like rollerblades and.
Oh, man.
Good try, good try. Yeah,
Were you-
we're just out here, Jars Utica.
Were you always a good skater?
What?
Were you always a good skater?
Fuck, I was always a bad skater.
No, that's
No,
bullshit.
no,
Anybody
stick-
who plays in
stick.
the NFL is a like magnificent skater.
No, not nobody that plays in the NFL.
Or NHL. I'm sorry, I'm
no,
an
no,
idiot.
No. They're not. No, but the thing that was always the knock against me is that I ran on the ice, and my skating would keep me out of the NHL. But I went to power skating school. I worked so hard on skating in the off season and that I forced myself. Shout out Kim Mears, shout out Laura Stam, power skating. but I put the time and the effort into it.
Okay.
So to get it up to speed, like, and my thing is once I got going, I was fine, but it's just like getting out of the gate.
I just watch NHL players.
I'm more like the grinding first gear.
They're like the cartoon.
Yeah. But it's funny because
all right, that's the end of the
When you get out
snowboarders.
there and you start getting humming, like you can get it humming, like you can feel it.
Yeah, we've plowed the lake because it's been like the first winter in forever that you've been able to go like lake hockey and stuff, and it's been nice getting the kids in the neighborhood out there. There's this like 5-year-old who literally he's going to be a professional NHL player. He dresses in full regale when he's out there. He's whipping in and out of people. He's skating all types of way. Like it's really cool to watch those young kids skate on the lake.
It is, and that's where we grew up. Just
Yeah.
to get out there, and even for like anybody else, just to go for a skate, like with your girl, go hand in hand for a lake skate. There's nothing on a nice night.
Corey was a figure skater.
I did not know that.
I didn't know. Yeah,
She out there.
she's damn good. Yeah,
She out there doing,
doing the twirls and all
God
that
dang
stuff.
it.
I know.
What can this lady not do?
Yeah, it's
What
be
a
average,
savage you
right?
have there, Stick.
Unreal.
You and I both, we married savages.
We get out there.
Shout
She's
out
got
to
her.
my savage who's probably pulling into her new place down in Clearwater again. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, we got she's back there. Obviously, anybody who knows the story of Miss Cheryl, she got her nurse doctorate, so we got her dream gig and back there. So
Look at the steam
God
coming
damn,
off
Brady.
that.
You know what? Slowly but surely. Is that Wahoosh? Shout out to Wahoosh.
What's the dude's name again?
Where's Wahoosh from?
I think it's just a food truck that goes around, but
Dude, that's
they just got a face of a lion on the side of their like it's like a black truck with a lion on it.
So were you a snow like I ski back in the day?
Uh-huh.
Like we like skiing and for a while we go up to Boyne and whatever, and shout out to McPhee and Piper and all those guys up there. But I never got in the snowboard. Like I'll put skis on, and then I played out in Calgary, so we went up to Banff and.
Well, like snowboarding was a little after our time, honestly. Not to be all old man on you, but there really wasn't an option to snowboard when I was a kid. It was skiing or nothing really else. Maybe a couple kids were snowboarding, but it wasn't like snowboarding is today.
Wahoosh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I had one of those sliders earlier. So damn good. No, but I went skiing a couple times at Alpine, which I heard you say the dude that won the silver medal, that's where he, like, practiced was Alpine right by my house in White Lake?
That was his. That's what
That's
I said.
That's
and I'm glad
crazy.
you brought that up because I wanted to make a point that it's just about getting out and doing it. You don't need a hockey rink. You don't need a huge, mountain-sized hill. You just need somebody to get your fundamentals down. That's why you want to go outside. I recommend, too, and it's a little bit harder, but take a chair out, push a chair or something, if you're getting on,
Give you
on
resistance.
the ice, and you don't have to turn as much or whatever. So I know.
That's the thing with anything when you're young. Just go to where you can play. I say that to kids all the time, because I do a lot of high school basketball and football games. I'm actually doing a high school basketball game tonight, St. Mary's versus Renaissance, for the Operation Friendship. That's going to be a fun game. But these kids all the time, where should I go? Where should I go? Where should I go? And it's like it doesn't matter where you go. It's a matter of how much you're going to play when you get there. So, like, if you're going to go be a bench player at a better school, that's not going to get you to the pros faster than being, the A guy at a lower school and getting all the reps. Because then you got more tape to put out. You got more experience. There's just so much. Go where you can play.
Can I reiterate? Because I think that it's so important. Now, you want to take it from somebody that coaches and broadcasts and been around the sport and fucking is a fucking softball legend and, knows what he's talking about. And Sticker, do you want to take it from a former 4-time Stanley Cup professional athlete? Because what Stick just said there, okay? I'm going to fast forward this. This is the age of the cell phone. What do I mean by that? Everything's recorded. You do not have to worry about being seen. Back in my day growing up, you had to get one person to like you, but they had to see you. And mostly they had to see you live because the tape wasn't there. Hence, let me give you an example. Why does Nick Lidstrom, Zetterberg, Datsuk, Holmstrom, why do these guys go in the late rounds back earlier in the 90s.
No
and whatever,
exposure.
because the due diligence done by Detroit's European staff that other teams wouldn't do. But there wasn't film as much on them. What I'm trying to say is that you will be seen. So the fact that you must, for development-wise, get out there, there's no such thing as better experience than game experience. Yeah, you have to work towards it. But there's certain times, there's always times to be able to play that role. But as you're developing and getting out there, no matter if it's baseball, basketball, football, hockey, whatever it is, go where you're going to play.
Yeah.
Go to a school. Like, dude, if you're going to be the fifth guy on the golf team, think about going to a school that doesn't have a golf program or starting a golf program and be the one
guy.
or two guy.
I learned that in high school, actually.
And the more you get comfortable either getting your brains beat in at a younger age or the friggin' competing and accepting loss, can I take this right into what I expect to everybody else? And what were the Wings doing?
Wings were up 2-1 last time I checked. Yeah, let's go Red Wings. We just got to keep the defense strong. Shout out to the Dull Spoon checking in.
But right before, just let me finish this. What you saw from Dylan Larkin and Lucas Raymond.
Oh, I thought you were talking about today.
No. I am. I am talking today because what's the score? Because I was like, when they're done, what they've taken back from their experience, and especially Dylan, who hasn't won shit in 10 years of anything, but you saw the integral part. It's the hunger.
Yep.
Right? It's the hunger. So I'm sort of glad. If you're a fan of Team USA hockey, the best thing for them was to lose that game. You sure as shit better put a bet in for them to win the Olympics because they're only getting better.
That's all that matters. I like Larkin laying down the law though too with it. Like, listen, you guys saw it sitting on the sidelines, and hopefully now you want to be a part of it because this is a fun thing to do. Red Wings are up 3-1 right now over the Wild. 8 minutes to go in the third.
Ooh-wee.
Looking good.
That's what I'm talking about.
Looking good. Pistons won last night. Red Wings doing their thing, which is nice. Still, Lions are the biggest topic. I mean, the guy from Woo-Ha Barbecue, when I was setting up here, that's what he wanted to talk about. He wanted to talk about Myles Garrett. He wanted to talk about Zadarius Smith. But it's nice that our other sports teams are starting to carry the weight a little bit.
No, it stick closer and closer. We're not only, and I already laid it down, on Big D Energy as far as we are having playoff basketball at LCA. I hope we're having playoff hockey too. But it's the fact that we're building something. It's been so long in this town, and I feel bad for all the young kids that never experienced like our run or the Pistons run. And we're all experiencing,
That's what makes me the happiest for the young guys at the network, honestly, who've never seen it.
You know what hit me? I walked in the back office, and on the wall it's like the Victory Monday, and dude, I've been here. I've been here from almost day one with you guys, but to stand there and go, the first win was in 2020, and the times in between, and remember the
364 days between victories at one point. 364 days. It was Victory Monday, and then a year without Victory Mondays at Woodward Sports. And then, of course, this year it's like we lost 3 games the whole season, including playoffs. It's insane how far this team has come. Still not enough. Everybody here, I agree. Everybody's still a little shell-shocked that the Lions are out of it. I mean, it's crazy. That's what he said. He's like, I still can't believe that we didn't win that game. I'm like, I almost would have rather lost and played Minnesota just to at least get 2 playoff games,
No, thank you, Brady.
But one.
No.
I know, but I just wanted more. One playoff game is
you
like.
You want to play Philly with that defense? With our defense, beat down, more injuries. You know the answer. Of course you're going to play them.
But
like
you want to play
I believe
them.
things happen for a reason.
I know, but couldn't we beat up on a Tampa Bay team and at least get one playoff win? Because now here's the thing. Dan Campbell next year.
What do you think would have hurt more?
What?
What happened to us? Or if we beat Washington and got fucking railroaded by Philly because of decimated injury at home? Would you rather sit here and have them walk through, and you can still say, well,
I don't know. I could have tolerated a Philly loss.
And I know, Stick, because you're consistent with I'd rather have the opportunity.
No,
I'd
I'm just
rather
saying
get to the
losing that
day.
way to Washington was just so damn embarrassing. Like, to
But-
be embarrassed
okay,
and then they
so
go
is-
get embarrassed.
Let me tell you what else was embarrassing.
It was,
Fucking getting swept by Jersey in '95. That was fucking embarrassing, right?
I do remember
Not
that.
as much, like that was more embarrassing than losing to Colorado the next year. But the reality was, after I lost to Jersey, it was like, okay, we'll be back next year. Fuck, we'll win next year. Lost to Colorado, it's like, fuck, we may never be back.
Right. Yeah, that's
I
what
just
scares
think
me,
it's-
though, is the knock on Dan Campbell's going to be like, well, it's been over a year since he won a playoff game. Because they didn't win a playoff game
What
this
is it?
year,
Did you
even
read
though
Ants-
even though
what?
the bye should count, right?
What, you read Anson's fucking journal already? That's his fucking storyline?
The Anson.
No. They're in
Where did Anson go?
who knows?
Anson came in
He
here dressed
probably
like a
went to
pimp and
get-
left.
Fucking came in here looking like he, I don't know if he went to...
Oh, sweet. So we're on to the skiers now
Yeah.
here.
Oh, here's
They're getting a
Joe.
little more speed, it seems, than the snowboarders.
Yeah.
Like he was saying, they got to slick up that thing up there. Oof. So this is like the practice round. Then they get to go.
I want to see somebody do a flip.
You think they'll do it with
there you go.
skis? That's a lot
There
harder.
you go. Shimmy, shimmy, shake, shake, shimmy,
Yeah.
shake, shake.
And he did it so nonchalant, too.
So I went to a high school playoff hockey game the other day to see Buddy's kid play.
Yeah, what high schools?
Right. It was Salem and M1.
Okay.
Salem mercied them. Good game, fast. I saw 2 goals stick that the goalie had no chance on. Like under the bar and making 2 of them in a row made a noise that you only make the noise where, like those are like,
Ooh.
so the goalie knows that he had no chance.
The tink.
No, yeah, it's a different sound. But I ran into Hank Fraley. His
Oh.
2 sons play.
For real?
Yeah, so I had a nice talk with him, and I pretty much
How's
said,
he
thanks
feeling?
for not leaving.
Yeah.
No, good. Excited.
Dialed in.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
you can just tell, the belief that they have, and
What do you
disappointment, but work at hand. They'll get back to work. So
What do you think? I mean, you've been on teams when they switch coaches and switch stuff like that. They got some Red Wings shouting out over there for you.
yeah, and that's a warm one too.
Yeah, that is a nice one.
Yeah, I need that one. I might have to go look for that one. I think they got a thing.
That is a cool one.
Um,
But yeah, how much does that affect the locker room when you have kind of the
It
cohesiveness?
doesn't win system at the top, right? Because and here's the one thing too, and I
Like
said
Phillies
to
are the
Fraley,
example,
I go,
right?
But I said to him, I said, you guys are all familiar with Johnny Morton because he was here before, and it's almost like he was sent off because Brad, and this was always the contingency plan. So I think a lot of times when you're replacing guys, you don't replace. You might replace like one young guy to get him in the mix, but you're bringing in other veterans that you have relationships with. So it's I always talk about the flow.
Yeah.
I think the flow is pretty seamless.
No, and that's what I'm happy
And
to
even
hear.
from like where Shep gets promoted from within, so that message. And I think that I'm excited because I think he's got some from being the linebackers coach and being the DN coach. He's got a different perspective on different things he wants to run at different times. So I don't think we'll be as blitz centric. I think maybe we'll have some zones in there because do we not, or should we not have the athletes on defense, like to be able to play a more, and I know, like, how can you not say that because they played man-to-man? That's as hard as it gets.
Yeah. No, I mean,
But if they can switch it up to confuse and go from zone to whatever, I think you got some ball players on that back end that we've seen that make plays on balls. Like, I think there'd be opportunity for a lot of turnovers next year.
I hope so.
Especially if what we expect and get pressure. Now, Myles Garrett, no, leave, like, in or out, whatever. We'll let that play out.
So we were looking up like the biggest trades in NBA history or in Detroit sports history because of the Rasheed Wallace trade. It was the 21-year anniversary of that this week.
Remind me again.
Shanahan.
What
Getting
was
Shanahan was the number one.
Yeah, Shanny for Primo and
Yeah,
Coffey,
and a number
yeah.
one though. People forget they gave up a number one too in that.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. Yeah. But that ended up being the number one according to a website that we were looking at.
I'd agree.
You'd agree?
Yeah, biggest And then
Because it led to
I'll tell you
championships.
the low-key one, though, in that year was Murphy from Toronto at the trade deadline at the 11th hour.
Good old Murph.
Larry Murphy, you played him with, he was perfect for that time, playing with Nick Lidstrom. It just solidified everything. What was Rasheed Wallace trade?
They didn't really have to trade much for him. I honestly don't even remember. I think it was, what was his name? Bobby Sura was part of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, remember
How
Bobby?
you bringing up names?
Remember Bobby Sura? So, like, Bobby Sura and something else. Let me see. Rasheed trade.
What were the other ones up on, let's see.
Let's see. What did the Pistons give up in the trade? Oh, the Pistons didn't give up any players. They added several second-round picks, which were future deals. Oh, no, never mind. I'm sorry. There you go.
Oh, nice.
There you go. Oh, okay. Bob Sura went to the Hawks. There you go. That was part of it. They acquired Rasheed Wallace from Atlanta Hawks. The Pistons traded Chucky Atkins, Lindsey Hunter, 2 first-round picks, Bobby Sura, and Zeljko Rabracha. Remember Zelly?
No.
But then they got Lindsey Hunter back. Remember? They re-signed Lindsey Hunter after they let him go.
Yeah.
So that was huge. But, yeah, the Shanahan trade, everybody in the chat was like, don't forget the Shanahan trade. And you kind of do forget that trade.
What were other ones that were on there?
Let me look it up.
Oh, that's an interesting conversation. Because has there been...
McDice was one.
Who?
McDice, when the Pistons got McDice.
But, I'm trying to think, because our big acquisitions were usually free agents, right? Hasek was a free agent. Hall, Robitaille.
Yep. And it was a lot of the way with the Pistons, too. Like Chauncey Billups was a free agent, but they traded for Rip Hamilton. They traded for Ben Wallace.
Did anybody bring up Chris Chelios?
Chelios was, I think, like 7 on that list, yeah.
I wonder what...
And Chelios was, 37 when they traded for him? Or, like, he was ancient.
Played 12 years.
He was ancient when they traded for him.
12 more years.
That was crazy.
I think that was 99. I think we got Wendell Clark and Steve Thomas also. I mean, Shanny's as impactful for what it meant for the cups and stuff. And I know what it meant in the room, right?
Well, that's why I brought
guy.
up like the results of it. You know, you gotta consider Sheed one of the best because it led directly to a championship. Even though there's other guys that came, like Goff. Goff could potentially be one of the best trades of all time. You don't know at this point. I mean,
right.
it still looks pretty damn good.
Shanny 1, you go Rasheed 2. Like, who else was brought in?
Rasheed was 10. Larry Murphy was 9. Mark Aguirre for the Pistons was at 8.
Okay, so so recency bias, but I will stick. You know that was a huge deal from what he meant to that run, especially the first one.
And they need to get rid of AD, who was causing issues in the locker room. Sometimes it's about addition by subtraction.
But you brought a dog in too.
Oh yeah, the dog. Miguel Cabrera, number 7. Chris Chelios.
So is Miggy?
They didn't win a championship,
right? Because they got no cashes.
That's where that's tough, right? You brought arguably the best hitter of all time, Triple Crown winner, MVP candidate, but he can't be the best trade because you didn't get the championship, right? At the end of the day,
I agree with the math and the thought process and the reason why.
Yeah,
sure.
Chelios at number 6, Andres Eriksson, and 2 first-round picks for a 37-year-old Chelios.
But
just
Anders
imagine
Eriksson
today.
Had 2 late first-round picks, and Chelly ended up coming.
But
winning,
still,
we end up winning
for a
37-year-old.
37. Ben Wallace at 5.
He's the Greek, bro. He's just that never ages.
Willie Hernandez at 4.
Okay. What was that move for? Because yes, as an '84 Tiger enthusiast, and he won the Cy Young that year.
Yep.
So.
Detroit acquired Hernandez and Dave Bergman before the 1984 season from Philadelphia for Glenn Wilson and John Wackenfuss.
Wow. There it is.
Bobby Lane is number 3. Bill Lambier is number 2. And
Ooh,
number 1,
who did Lambier come here from?
the Cavs. Well, we got him from the Cavs. Phil Hubbard. There you go. Phil Hubbard and two draft picks.
Dude,
That's a steal.
Yeah.
And that led you to 2 direct championships. So, yeah, I mean, there's
You're
been
right. Goff's loading. He has, like, right now, would you put him in the top 10?
I'd have a rough time putting him in that top 10.
Can't because
No.
you got to go by.
Yeah.
But he's got you.
He's on the way.
But he did get you more playoff win. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is something to it. He's loading.
Yes. No, I mean, he's the best.
What do you win?
Let's put it this way. There were no other Lions trades.
Jared Goff wins the Super Bowl. Where's he on that list?
It's got to be number 1. Sorry, Shanahan. Sorry, dude.
We got 3 with Shannon.
I get that, but the Lions have had none in their entire history.
You know what? Can we go?
He's doing something that nobody's ever done before. That's where I'll.
Yeah, but so does
Ooh,
something that
that was
hasn't been
nice.
done in your lifetime in 42 years the same thing as being done ever? Almost.
I don't know.
Almost.
I don't know.
Hey, you know what? How about this?
Me personally
how
for golf.
Well, watch this, people. Stick, can we agree to disagree that your 1 and 2 and my 1 and 2 might be flip-flopped?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
All right.
I know
Are
you'll
we still
appreciate
gonna
that
get
guy's
along?
shirt, the Machine Shop.
Oh,
I bet you
love
spent some time at the Machine
Oh, yeah.
Shop up in Flint.
yeah. I've rocked it out. Great room. Although I'll tell you this, if you could see a show there, like a fucking clutch show or something like this, there's nothing like it. Hey,
Look
I
at this
don't-
guy. Nice, the double dip.
I know they. I look back. Can we get a red Sharpie and paint my mohawk in?
You want to
Spray
dye
paint
the
mohawk.
picture?
Spray paint the mohawk.
I'm just glad that we can bring those out. They look good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, another customer.
Here, why don't you hop up here and talk to D-Mac? Come on.
Come on
Yeah.
in. What's your name,
you.
bud? Where are you from?
Josh, Jars.
You're from Jars? You work here?
Yeah, working here.
Right on, dude. So, grand opening today. Did you come from another store or?
Yeah, I'm from the Mount Clemens location.
Okay.
About 10, 15 minutes
Are
away.
you
Coming to help
still
out.
there or are you here now?
Yeah, I'm still there.
Okay.
I'll be helping out here and there to help out, though.
So, let me ask you this. How long have you worked for Jars?
About a year now.
About a year now?
But I've been
Have
in
you
the industry for like 2.5 years.
Say that again?
I've been in the industry for about
Okay,
2.5 years.
so how did you, let's talk about this. How old are you?
24.
Okay, so what brought you, how did you get into the industry?
I got into the industry for the medicinal side of it. In high school, first started off, just smoking with my friends, getting high here and there. As I got older, realized how much it helped me, benefited me when I was feeling unmotivated, just get a nice sativa, nice energizer, get going. Feeling depressed, have a nice indica, just mellow out. It's helped many of my family members get off pain pills, get off sleeping pills, stuff like that. Any type of surgery after they go back to flower, edibles help them out day to day. It's just a lot healthier, a lot safer, a lot better for people.
So what I'm hearing from you is because you realize, like a lot of us, and it's everybody's different journey, but how this plant, there was more to it, and how could you service, the plant the best way?
Yeah, 100%.
So let me ask you about, as somebody who works for Jars. Is this it was Jars? When you entered the cannabis space, who did you enter it with, or how did you enter it?
I entered it as a bud tender at, I was used to live in Dearborn, which is
Okay.
like 20 minutes out of
Yeah.
Detroit.
Yeah.
I was at a shop locally to there, just by my house. Worked there for a little bit, kind of wanted to step up to a nicer, more professional place that sold higher quality, cared more about the products, didn't care as much about the price margins or anything like that. So it's just really awesome being in a really nice environment where I can talk to people every day. I've got people coming in, even though it's a recreational store, they're coming in with medical needs. And every day I can be like, hey, this is a flower, this is edible, this pre-roll, etc.
I think that's the biggest thing is that we're beyond that, and when you're holding the Darren McCarty brand powered by Legacy Cannabis, and where it's something that we were talking with Ray earlier of the thing that I fight stigma is being a celebrity, and there's so many celebrities, but I compete with myself. So the only way to do it is to show up and to be about it. That's what you do. I guess my question is, what do you love? What is it that, because you've been around 2.5 years, and I encourage people. There's so many people like Josh and so many people to go in and have a conversation with. What is it that you find, like, if I would say to you, what is your area of expertise to this plan? Like, if you were gonna, like for me, right? I can talk about the concentrates and the edibles and stuff, but I'm really like the flower, because that's my and with my flower being no remediation, which is how it's grown and it's pure and stuff like this. To know that it's not, don't tell me what, tell me who, right? So the fact is that what I'm trying to do is give you a medicine that you know is going to be consistent every time you go to it. Now, the strain may be different, so you have to do your due diligence to know, like you said, for example, that you like that sativa. So you got a Gorilla Glue number 4, Michigan strain, which is so important to me because I don't see it out there. So I'm like, have access to the best genetics, and it's like, bring that back. What you'll find in my strain is you will see all the older stuff coming back. Pre-98 Bubba is my jam. Death Star, the Kosher Kush, all those different things. Is flower like your passion, or like where like if I'm gonna come in, where do you get, like somebody's gonna go, oh, go over and talk to Josh? He's like, there's always that guy.
I was gonna say, I honestly have a pretty broad basis, but if I had to pick flower or the rosin, the concentrates, my love started with flower, but I've really been eye-open to the concentrates. On the terpene profiles you can get out of concentrates for flower is insane. Like, the fact that you can just compress that whole nug into one tiny flavoring hit, you get the higher percentage, which some people need on the market. They're looking for a lot bigger punch. They're looking for better flavor, looking for a smoother hit. Flower is amazing, but wax is going to be just a little smoother, a little bit of a better hit. Personally, for me, it depends on the season. Warmer out, flower. Colder out, rosin inside. It just depends, personally.
And there you go, and that's an education. And here's the one thing is that you might not even know what the word rosin is. That's why you walk in and ask, for the education to certain things, because it's what you want to get. Where you, like, and this is like, and Ray said it here, is that you guys, the bud tenders, are the lifeblood.
100%.
And into the conversation. So the consumer has to be comfortable with where they go, but also know, right, that there are standards to what you want to be at a place that represents who you are, that you can represent the best. Do you have any, if you were going to tell somebody out there that's like, okay, bro, well, what's your favorite concentrate? Who's your favorite producer? Do you have?
I'm gonna be honest. I got 2. 710 Labs. It's my family. It's my homies.
Now 710 Labs. Let me tell you a little bit about them. They're down in
River Rouge.
Downriver in the old fucking Kellogg's building, or where they used to make the cereal and stuff. I ran into these guys. These guys are as good as they get in the state. You're gonna pay a little bit more for the premium, but the quality, and that is elite. So great guys. I love the fact that it's a smaller operation, but they own what they do.
Yeah.
So 710, check them out.
710, and honestly, legacy. I'm all about companies giving back and not just running with the money. I love everything that these guys are doing with the aquarium, with the Reptarium, with every other charity donation you guys have going on. It's truly wonderful to see a company have great product at a good price, but also giving back to the community, making it more than just weed, making it a full culture around it. It's amazing to see.
Thank you. And and that's what it goes. How this works is through the people.
Yeah, 100%.
This is the people to understand the different stories, and yes, one of the things is why my team is like, why Darren McCarty brand is powered by legacy is yes, the flower is important, the medicine is important, it speaks for itself to get there. but also the message, the legacy, Reptilium, the brand. We're gonna have the brand, the new opening probably in May and stuff like that. But 10% of all of the brand goes back into there, so you can sort of be about it, which is awesome, bro.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Of course.
I will definitely see you around. Here's the one. Here's the one key. If you're like me, you need to find a Josh in wherever you go. Why? Because all you have to do is walk in to the building that you know that he's working, and walk up to him and go, "Yo, bro, what are you smoking on right now?" And that way you have a relationship. You're gonna find somebody. First of all, I want you to be comfortable. That's why we're talking. And Jars has 30 right now, 30 around the state. So the fact is, there's a whole bunch of Joshes everywhere. So go find yours.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because there has to be, and that's the beauty, the connection and stuff like this. Now, are you a snowboarder at all, or?
Nah, not really. I've done it a couple times here and there. I'm more of a skateboarder, so I really need to get more into snowboarding. I just really haven't done it.
Well, that, you know what the beauty is with this too is that Ray was talking about is how all the rails and stuff. It's just like you're all set for all different skateboard, snowboard, whatever like that. So whether it's your fancy or not, I would say just keep concentrating on giving the people the best product. And you know what I love is so important? It's your truth. Your truth. The best way that is your truth through this plant is what do you do? What do you use? What's important to you? Surround yourself with people that are compassionate if that's what you're in for. So thank you for your time, brother.
Thank you. Always great seeing you.
No, great to see you too. And let me know. Have you smoked the shrimp cream pie yet?
Not yet.
Okay. That's one of my favorites. But all those, that Ghostface OG will knock you.
Oh, yeah.
That's dick in the dirt shit.
And so after I smoke it, I'll hit you up on Instagram.
Yeah,
I'll let
please
you know.
do.
All right,
I would
my
like
guy.
the feedback. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Go in. Joshua B. Mount Clemens over here, wherever it is. Go ask him by name. He knows what he's talking about. There he is. Sharpest dressed man. Just pillaged the friggin' Army and Navy. Just on his way here. Here we go. $3 suit. I like that getup, kid.
Well, you were close. It's the Salvation Army. It's a different branch from the Navy. This is actually sewn in right here.
Are they? Oh, right on, bro. Yeah, dude. That's what I was gonna say. Like, why you look so familiar? You guys, fire, bro. Thank you, brother.
But yeah, this is just sewn in here. It stops. This isn't an actual. What do you call that? A turtleneck, though. But yeah, I was big into skiing most of my life there, and it's nice to be out here. It's a snowboarding event. Jars 30th store location opening. Pretty cool, man.
It is pretty sweet, right? Like, you know, the big thing for me too is like what do I always say? What's my catchphrase? Woodward Sports is about the people. Be able to come out and to be like, I'm winning right now, dude.
Yeah,
We're
for sure.
doing a sports broadcast at a fucking dispensary with my shit inside, dude.
That's
Slowly
awesome.
but surely.
It's awesome.
Slowly but surely.
It's awesome. Yeah, I got a chance to look at it, man. The packaging is amazing. It really is Darren McCarty's. And then when you open it up, oh boy.
Yeah, I like the little flex. Look at the little octopus on the bottom.
That's the cherry on top, man.
Yeah,
and you see how I had to look at it a couple of times, man, because it's so cool the way that you got it leafed out like that, the octopus.
And then
It's
on the bottom, it's
fantastic.
got the legacy.
Now, is that a product of Canada or Michigan?
Michigan.
There we go.
Michigan,
all right,
buddy.
All right.
You out? Hey, have a good broadcast.
Yeah.
So, some congratulations are in order.
Or what?
Canada won.
Oh, you want to talk about that?
Quite a whirlwind of a week. I mean, it just perfect hotbed political climate for an amazing 2 games between the two teams. And
I'll tell you, you know the coolest thing? For me, that was just like the coolest thing, the anthem when they booed Canada and then they sang the rest of it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what, get your point across.
Right.
But you know what, I was low-key. I thought the U.S. was going to pull it out. Like, I just thought it, but you know what it makes so much more is that they're so, like, right there. This should only make them better on all their players. I was saying earlier that the experience that Dylan Larkin got, the fact of what a huge role he was asked to play, I think it drives him for the rest of the season, leading this team to a playoff berth. I just think that as far as, it was awesome. A great analogy of what I heard, right? And yes, it would have been great to have a third game tonight, right?
Certainly would.
But the first game, what you saw was game 1 of a playoff series, a tone setter where you're not. And what you saw on the second game was a game 7. It was a little bit more tight, a little bit whatever else. But you can't ask for more. I mean, that's why at the end of the day, when what Jordan Binnington did is something that I expect. I watch Chris Osgood do.
Yeah.
Why do people say, people always what are you talking about? If you had any goalie for one game series, you'd take Ozzy and not Dom. And I go, I'd live and die with Ozzy because he'd do what Binnington does. And you can't be mad. You had your best player, Austin Matthews, the puck on his stick with the game twice that he got stoned. And Brady Tkachuk, who, there you go, Bash Brothers USA, what they've done. I mean, such a great player, and he had a chance, and he got robbed with the glove. And you know what? It's unfortunate, but you can't leave the best player in the world all alone right there. And here's the one thing.
A poetic ending.
Well, poetic ending, and here's the one thing, because what I love is, and Connor Hellebuck, local kid, and hopefully this propels him with Winnipeg, and they can, possibly go on to maybe win their first cup. But I was watching Henrik Lundqvist, who's old New York Rangers, Team Sweden goalie, and he was talking about Hellebuck's style being a bigger guy playing deeper in the net. What you saw is two different styles of a guy playing deeper in the net, where there's a lot of room for McDavid to shoot at, so it took him a lot more. He's reactionary. You saw Binnington on top of that crease, attacking the shots to the point all game.
Yep.
Couple bounces here and there. So not that there's a better way, but the understanding that you can't give the greatest player in the world an opportunity, and you got to give Connor McDavid props because it's really the first time that he's finished something off.
Yeah, Boston Bennington, man, he won the Game 7 for Stanley Cup way back then in Boston as well, and showed up for that game. So he's Boston Bennington at this point, man.
Well, no doubt. And then that was back in Game 7 against, St. Louis against Boston, and there's something to it. I think also too is you saw two of the greatest coaches in the game, and Mike Sullivan and John Cooper, is that when you got all-stars and stuff, it's yes, but you got to put the right combination on the ice. And you saw how many times they switched the lines up. Hence why Dylan Larkin ended up playing the top line. Injuries to Matthew Tkachuk, and you put him out there, and man, he had opportunities, made great passes. It was, as a hockey purist or watching the game, it was just the way it was. But it almost felt like it was like this was Canada's last hurrah. The
gap is getting tight, man.
The gap is so much closer.
Yeah,
and I think
for sure.
if you ask the Canadians, that's what it is. I saw Brad Marchand say something. When you play for Canada, it's gold medal or nothing.
Yeah.
Right? That's what it is. And USA, they're coming along. So I'd be very, very proud of the products that they put out.
Yeah. I want to take it from you guys. I want the USA to be best in hockey, but it's awesome that you guys have had it for so long. I hate seeing anybody else win it. If we're not going to be able to get there, at least it's our neighbors to the north, man, and it is your guys' game, and it always has been. But the gap is certainly closed, man. I'm curious. I know that that's something you did for a long, long time. I'm curious. Were you a snowboarder? Were you a skier back in the day?
No, I can get down the hill safely on skis.
On skis, yeah.
On skis, but I was never a snowboarder. I didn't learn to skateboard till I was like 48. Valley taught me how to skateboard. So, I always love watching it though. Like when they have the X Games and the Olympics, and they got the pike and the guys are doing flips, and even watching this, it's cool.
Yeah, and it's wild. I don't know if you guys know exactly where we're at, but we are at Jars Utica location, right off of M53 and Hall Road here. you would never believe that they've got a ski ramp and
14
jump.
footer.
Yeah, and with all rail slides and everything that's going on here, you can see it at home as you're watching right now. But where we are, you'd never think that they'd be able to bring this in here. It's pretty awesome. Shout out to Jars Dispensary with their 30th location. I was a big skier myself. I went to a grade school that we used to take 4 Fridays off a year, the whole school. And they would take us to, Mount Grampian back in the day.
Where's that?
It does not exist anymore. It's near Mount Holly, but then once we eventually started going to Mount Holly after that. But it was cool, man. We had like the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. They would take the kindergarten, 1st, and 2nd graders, and they would be their ski buddies, get them all set up, and then get them off the hill and onto the buses. And then we would always do a couple like trips up Boyne Mountain. So I skied big time. My old man and I, my old man.
Yeah.
We used to. He jumped out of helicopters with me in British Columbia, up north of Whistler with Tiax Heli-Ski Company. So I'm right at home with this, man. I haven't skied since I blew my knee out, and I miss it. I've been really thinking about it lately. I'm kind of thinking about switching over to the young man's game, the snowboarding aspect, because you're you catch a tip on your skis and your knee go all wonky. You're a little more locked in with the snowboard, but this event is pretty amazing.
No, it is. And the fact that, like, I think anybody low key, these guys are going for like real money.
Yeah.
$8,000 in prizes for these guys being out here. So I just think it gives a different opportunity.
Yeah, and there's a good half dozen kids out here that we might be seeing next year at the Winter Olympics. Some real good guys in here.
Never know. I'd like to see a little bit more ice. Let's get the ramp a little bit faster. I want to see them shooting out a little bit.
Give them
more.
another 10 feet.
Absolutely.
So going forward, I don't know the results of the wasn't the Kraken, the Minnesota Wild we played last night, correct?
Oh, we play it right now.
Oh, okay. I know that
we were up 3-1, 8 minutes left.
Nice. Get back to it. Yeah, that's right. I was on yesterday with KG and Maz on the Armani and Edwards show.
Fucking Wild won in overtime.
What's that? What happened?
Wild won 4-3 in overtime.
We won?
The Wild
won. A Wild. I thought you were saying a Wild one in overtime. Oh, man, that's no good. Well, you brought up Dylan Larkin, and it really seems like this kid's put himself on the map. So it's exciting exciting finish to the season. I think we'll be able to make the playoffs. Playoff push is going to have everybody in Detroit talking, not only them, but also the Pistons. But
going to be down to the wire just like last year. That's a tough one to not get 2 points in.
Sure.
But
at least they came away with something. So do you know the different divisions and stuff that's going on here? Because it seems like they got to take different runs. We obviously got skiers out now. We had the snowboarders out earlier.
From my understanding, it's skiers and then snowboarders.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Yeah, guys, they're out on the skis right now.
You're judged by creativity, execution, and skill by Olympic silver medalist Kyle Mack, who we had on earlier. So
very cool.
Again, thanks for everybody. Wahoosh Barbecue. Sliders. Sick. They were delicious. Shout out to them. Savvy Sliders behind us. Dixie, Midwest Extracts, Pressure Pack, Lost Farm, Muhammad's, Cheech and Chong. Thanks for everybody making this happen, everybody in the community. I mean, this is a busy area. I mean, the traffic here.
Shaner, right down the street, 1 mile east. Shaner and Hall Road is the most trafficked intersection in the state of Michigan. That's a fact. Isn't that wild?
Wow, that is wild. Make sure if you want to check out Jars, check them out on the Instagram at Jars_life to check out all the stuff they got going on. You know, obviously today grand opening, 40% off, 50% off on the DMAC brand. So get yourself some of that. But yeah, we're out here enjoying a nice day. It's actually not that bad out.
No, it's not.
I appreciate the heater stick. Stick made his way on down. You have to go do Orchard Lake basketball tonight?
Yeah, I think he's making a call. I know they got one of the best preps in the nation over there. I forget the kid's name, but they're pretty excited over at Orchard Lake. And it's got to be nice to go to a high school where you constantly are looking at guys that have an opportunity to make it to the professional leagues, and obviously plenty that have made it. Obviously, we had a wide receiver here in Detroit this last season that was from Orchard Lake. So shout out to Stick and his Orchard Lake St. Mary prep squads.
Flip, 44.
But the new skis is what's crazy to me, because I haven't skied.
So what do you mean the new skis?
Well, the parabolics were just really coming out when I kind of stopped skiing and, taking over. But the parabolics, like back when we were skiing, back when we were kids, they were just kind of straight and came out to the tip there.
Yeah.
Well, then now they're like a figure 8. And so
really?
these ones that they're doing, how parabolic it is?
See.
But some of these guys here, like this guy's got kind of straighter ones, and they almost look like mini snowboards. I wonder if those are more trick-wise. This guy especially has got some fatter ones. But yeah, when you go heli skiing, they have what are called fat boys, and they're wider, shorter skis, because you got all that virgin powder that when you take off your boots, you'll sink up to your waist. And it's hell, because they'll dump the skis on one side, you jump off the other side, and then you got to crawl the width of where they would have landed and back to your skis. And it's hell. It takes you good 8 minutes just to cross that far, because it's so deep in. But once you get on those fat boys, you glide and you sit on top of it. The thinner ones you just cut right in.
Makes sense. More like a snowshoe.
Yeah, exactly.
How many times are you in a heli ski?
Only did it twice. So I've got about 9 runs under my belt.
Is that like skydiving or skiing?
Oh, I mean I don't think so. I don't know, but it's for the 9. I mean you're an hour, and it's so hell on your legs, man, because you're leaning back and just trying to stay on top of this snow, and then each cut you're just throwing out so much snow, and so you're stopping and taking off. But then the other thing is, if you lose a ski,
oh yeah, it's gone, right?
No, I mean I lost one out there that we probably
like
stopped and looked for 45 minutes for before we finally found it. But you search party, you bring the group together to search. As many people are around and not down the hill, but the places are so remote, and the Canadian Rockies, they're younger, so the pitch is higher than the Canadian or American Rockies. They're like 7,000 feet up, man. It's wild.
That's crazy. That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
You plan on doing it again?
I'd have to get my knee fixed, man. I haven't skied in 15 years, to be honest with you.
Oh, that's why you're off?
Yeah, see that? I
Yeah.
nearly bit my tongue off in Steamboat. I was backcountry skiing by myself and dropping cliffs, and I smashed my knee doing a trick when I landed on my on my chin.
Oh, shit.
Nearly bit my tongue off. Couldn't eat for 6 days. I had this black Jabba the Hutt living inside my mouth. It was just 3 times the size and just black and blue. Man, you don't realize how much you need your tongue for everything until you can't afford to let it touch your teeth, because it's excruciating.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
That was in 1997. 1997 Spartan
How
Ski
long
Club,
before
actually.
you could eat?
It was 6 days. I
What?
lost 18 pounds, and if you guys at home haven't noticed before, I'm not the guy that can afford to lose 18 pounds. First thing I had was some KFC. It was like back in the day when they would have those huge things of mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes and gravy. It was Christmas Eve, too. Oh, man, smashing it. Smashing it.
Damn, dude. So did you bite a hole through your tongue?
The doctor, so first of all, it happens, and I'm in the backcountry by myself. I was in Gate C, if you know, or Gate C, if you know Steamboat. And so it took me an hour and a half of skiing just to find a ranger. And then by the time I found him, it took us another hour to, get to the gondola that went down and off the mountain. It took me about 2 hours. Then another hour to get to where I had to get my mouth fixed up.
Damn, dude.
The guy was running continuous stitches through the cut, and he's like, "These are going to be different stitches, and this is going to hurt." But yeah, it was rough, man. It was rough. Don't ski extreme areas by yourself or snowboard.
Here it is. There's your PSA for today. Thank goodness we don't have that going. We got a whole bunch of people out here competing for $8,000 in cash and prizes. We're out here Jars Utica, the grand opening. This is the 30th. Yes, 3-0. The Chris Osgood opening of Jars Cannabis, which tells me the only way you can do that, especially whoa, sorry, right in
Not
the
the nutmeg you
promo,
want.
we almost almost neutered. He almost neutered himself. God damn, if he was 3 inches shorter, he'd be
Exactly
fucked.
that.
Holy shit. Anyways, all this excitement here. We got the grounds crew. Looks like it's competition time.
Here we go.
They're going up there. They're fixing. Oh, my gosh. They got 27 people out here working hard right now, making sure that they get it up for the finals. That's how serious they're taking it.
Yeah.
You want to pop by here. Again, a collaborative event. Are you into edibles?
I am, of course.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate you. Lost Farm.
Lost Farms
Yeah,
of one.
they do a lot of rosin-based resin. They're really clean, tasty,
Nice.
effective. They're there. Muha Meds I showed you earlier. They're if you like the disposable vape cart, their flavor profile is spot on. Like Pineapple Express, Blue Moon, Old School Streams.
Make Uganda healthy again.
Yeah. Cheech Chong, enough said. And then Dixie, obviously, they're big in the edible game, stuff like that. Pressure Pack could have some of the great packaging.
The sponsors are on point today. The sponsors and the food, it's on point. It's a really awesome event.
It's collaborative.
And
that's
how long
the whole
does it go
thing.
till?
I think that if anybody who listened earlier, if you haven't, go back and listen to Raymond, one of the owners. That's what Jars is all about. And I was asking him earlier, like, what's the process set from? So, when the conversation goes that they're going to move forward, it's about a year and a half. You see about a year and a half if it goes good between, when you find a spot. But there's so much more to it, I think, than just selling cannabis, because you need the parking, you need the accessibility. Are people, they're going to go out of your way. You need so many different things, and I think that's what Jars has set the standard in the state. And of being guys, you talk to Raymond. I mean, like, he's a season ticket holder to all the things. He's not an expert, but he loves it. Loves it. He's been a season ticket holder since '09. So these are guys that live here. They're all about it, to be able to give it back. That's why we're here. Like I said, I feel like be able to sit at a dispensary talking online on a sports show. Like, to have your brand inside of that, like, grateful. So,
Yeah, I grew up out here, and we met out this way.
yeah, oh yeah.
And the location for this 30th Jars couldn't be more perfect. You're just accessible from M59 and M53. But the other thing is there's really kind of been a vacuum or a void in this specific area, which is, we talked about how highly trafficked this is. This is Lakeside Mall area, Partridge Creek area. This is the perfect spot for them. Like, the community needed this, and these are the right guys to come in because of what you said, with the way that they put the events on and everything. And this is, it's an awesome event. Awesome event.
No, it is. And I think that you nailed it, because it's about the community. It's about, the understanding of where we're at, the education, the communication, and doing it right and giving back. All these people out here, are about your community.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Okay, great. Look at that. They just announced they're cleaning up the course. Going for the grand prize. They're sending people inside right now. Yes, today, 40% off, 50% off of the Darren McCarty brand.
You should show it off one more time, man. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll show you the. Got a red pack in here, too. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, the red pack's sick.
Yeah, they're both. Steve Indica, and then there's a tie-dye one, which is the hybrid. But you can get actually the Gorilla Glue 4 and the Ghostface OG, which I would say is, favorite Indica, the Ghostface, and the favorite Gorilla Glue is one of the hybrids.
I can tell you from experience, they are quite nice. Quite nice. So how long have you been in the game? How long have you been in the cannabis game? And what made you
So
get
I got
into it?
sober 11/11. Anybody who knows my story, 11/11/15, right? Now, I'd been in the cannabis, not in the space, but using it and stuff like that, but I was more of a drinker. And,
Indulging.
yeah, I was an indulger, more of a recreationalist.
Sure.
But it was through RSO and this plant, which is RSO is this plant down to its concentrated form, which is used to
Rick Simpson
kill
oil.
cancer, Rick Simpson oil. So I detoxed with that and was able to get the physical addiction after 7.5 days at 10 to 15 grams of Rick Simpson oil, which means anybody who knows is like, what are you, nuts? Yeah, you're either puking, shitting, or passed out. But I got the physical addiction away, and then when I came to, I was on my knees so grateful that I got mad. And it was like, I got to get involved. The only way is I got to protect this plant for the truth because it saved my life. So the best way to do that was to create the Darren McCarty brand. You know, just like anything else in life, you know, you make some decisions, and I thought I'd made a good decision with Pincana, and we started that relationship. And first thing I produced was the CBD topical that was e-commerce, which you can order it all throughout the world. I believe in that because I want to start the conversation. The easiest conversation is something that you can't get high with, but you can medicinally allow your system to work. So it's the conversation starter. Created gummies, created flour, all that different things. And unfortunately, COVID hit, and the direction of their company, their priorities weren't my priorities. So I had to wait till February of 2022 when it was time to renegotiate the contract, and I pulled it. I said, nope, done. Darren McCarty brand is now off the market, and I will conversate with somebody else to get my message, and the compassion is number one. 27 different people that I met with over 2 years till I came to Steve Cato and Legacy Cannabis, and the synergies from day one were on point because it was the alignment of compassion. This ain't about the dollar to either one of us. It's about creating the dollar, but it's about the compassion and the love for this plant and being treated right. And I think that in today's day and age, I look for people that talk about it once and be about it twice. The affiliation of starting Legacy Cannabis in conjunction with the Legacy Reptilium, I'm all about 10% of anything that's sold in Legacy going back to the Reptilium.
That's fantastic.
And in Brian's Legacy, anybody who knows that story, check it out. And that's home. So what I love about Steve and his team and everybody from the grower side to the ownership side to whoever's are on the same page, and it's that compassion, and it just takes time. So because Anson, and I'll tell you this, loyalty is number one with me. Maybe it's because I'm Aries. Maybe it's just the way that I am. But the story of how Steve fought for me to get it right, it took us 8 months. But here we are now. If anything, patience and resilience is what this plant has taught me, and just staying true. My intentions are pure with this plant. I want it to save people's lives like I feel it saved mine, and to have the option, and I will stand in front of it. So it's the affiliations with Raymond and the Jars guys that can allow me to touch more of this state, right? They get my product everywhere in this state. In their 30s, I will show up. I am about this plant. So this is just the beginning. This really gets it off the ground. So when you say, like, I've been around the business since 2016, I think I created the Darren McCarty brand, but really it's taken almost 10 years to really feel like now we're off and running.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
this is where it's supposed to be with the relationships, and we continue to grow, and there's a big long-term game plan. Like, I'm not talking next year after, 5, 10, there's 20, 30 years. This is a legacy. When I look into this camera, I tell everybody that when I'm gone, what my legacy will be through this plant and cannabis. And also, too, he won 4 cups and he beat a guy up one time.
Hell yeah,
man. That's what I'm working towards, because that, to me, and it's because of the people in this state, because their compassion has allowed me to get healthy and to still be here. I'd be dead. So I don't know if your stories, like anybody's stories like that, they can relate to it. It's just like, it is what it is. And at the end of the day, do you know that you have an option? That's all it is.
I love the reverence that you have for the plant. I think that it's God plant. It's so versatile in so many different ways. And then when you talk about the endocannabinoid process in the human body, there's 4 different layers, basically, I guess you could say, that this plant can help human beings. And its dogs are very receptive to what this plant has.
Every mammal has an
Really?
endocannabinoid system,
Okay.
right? And the easiest way is that we all have one, but it all works differently. So it's figuring out what matches up. The brilliance is, and this is the common sense thing, is that your endocannabinoid system is only fed by the cannabinoid plant, which has over 400 properties. They got more properties about it that we don't even know about,
Yes.
but the fact is results based. I base my programs off, it bases off of CBD, and then the THC is added to it to feeling how psycho I am that day. But it's like the health and wellness of the plant that everybody can have with the non-psychoactive effect is what helps animals, what helps everything else. And what I love too is the education just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
And it keeps
We
getting
find it out
bigger.
more
So
and more
that's
every
why
day.
I have more power, because I have millions of studies behind me that I
Sure.
can lead you to that if I haven't read, somebody else that I trust has read and led me to it. That, like, and it's always I think it's important when anything you're passionate about that you continue to learn, continue to surround yourself with the same like-minded people that have your same goals in mind.
Yeah, and the growing legalization over the last 20 years has allowed that science and knowledge to become perfected almost, and in certain things that we've been doing for a long time. But there's so many new products that are delivering this medicine in so many different ways to so many people, and whether it's through hospice care, where you're giving dignity back to people in their final days, or whether you're catching serious illnesses early, or just the overall lifelong prevention of these things. People need to understand what the endocannabinoid process is and how it affects the human body. The Western medicine has left it largely disregarded, and if anything, has fought it. And it's just recently that we've been seeing it become a huge part of our economy here in the United States, that people are really getting behind it, and that you're seeing a lot of doctors start to mix this kind of medicine with traditional Western medicine. And we're seeing amazing results.
Well, the narrative's changed, because it has to have changed, and it's about people. It's along the same lines as you look at the food, right? I mean, so you got to know what you're putting in your body. I always say, don't tell me what, tell me who. It's the same thing as, like, it's not the strain, the spirit, but who made it, who grew it,
Certainly.
how do they grow it? And when you get into it more like that, and you realize when I use this product, it makes me feel this way, but I use the same product from this person and it doesn't make me feel that way. Well, that's your system and the way that it's grown, and there's so many levels to it. Now, it can be overwhelming like anything else, but that's why you have places like Jars to go in, and people like we met Josh earlier on to have a conversation with, to put you in the right way.
So
When
knowledgeable.
you're truly into the compassion of the plant, all I want is you to find your secret.
Yep.
Once you have the secret, then you can live life on life's terms. That's all what it is. Life's going to always life. But if you can hedge your bet, right, like the casino, and have a little bit of an advantage, to me, that's what this plan allows.
And it's so important for people that are watching, that are considering, taking a step into this kind of medication and letting this plant come into your life. There's just so many different products nowadays.
Well, that's the whole thing. Now you're merging experience with science, with the millennial, with technology, with all this. So you put that is the greatest thing. I go to some of these events, and these kids, man, like they found a way to extract. You notice Josh earlier was talking about terp profile. Now, terp profile is the taste.
Yep.
So it's like you biting into an orange, and it's like, oh my God, that is so orangey, right? That's a terp profile of 5, as opposed to biting into an orange and going, all right, that's orangey, but it's, like
Sitting
more
on
of
the
a
shelf
1.
for a long time.
So the way that they can figure out how to do it in the cleanest form, right? That's the product. And then when you, like, it's so trial and error
Sure.
But you can separate yourself through conversation and education that you may find that you and I have similarities, right?
Yeah.
In our personalities, in maybe our health or whatever else. So lean towards.
Well, speaking of that, are you a indica guy or a sativa guy?
I'm more indica because I run hot.
Okay.
Like naturally, I run
The
hot.
Aries brother.
Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. So fire sign. So I like mostly indica hybrid or hybrids. There's certain strains that I can smoke, but I can't smoke like pure sativa because then I'm like, I know I'm high because I start looking over my shoulder, paranoid.
Now, see,
That's not
for me, I'm a functional smoker, but I'm productive on sativa. And for me, indica is the relief from the day.
Yeah,
You know,
couch lock.
Absolutely. Indica couch.
The couch.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's how I say. Sativa. In the couch.
So I think we're going to be getting going underway again here soon.
Looks like they're coming down to the finals.
Right, here we go.
Ready to give me the 5-minute
We're down to our
5
final
minute
5. Is that where we're at?
broadcast time that's left. Look at hey, we got you
Time
can't see it
flies.
from here, but there's a guy up on the top of the ramp, and it looks like he's gonna juice it up.
Yeah, it is.
Doesn't that look like a water sprayer?
It
or
does. Some
something?
sort
I
of
think we're gonna be
lubricant.
shooting back. So we're gonna have the finals here. We'll keep you posted.
They're slicking that
Oh
bad boy
yeah,
up.
there he goes. Ooh, he's running the lanes. Ooh,
Speed this thing up. Add a little more air.
it's like he just took out his right out of the greenhouse with his air fire.
Very happy that the weather broke a couple days ago. Yesterday, really, because this is a really nice event out here. You know how long how late they're going till today?
Till 5.
Till 5. Okay, so
Yep,
you guys
they're
still
running.
got an
This is
hour.
the finals coming out. Jars is open till 9. Obviously, great opening this weekend. 40% off, 50%
Boom.
off Darren McCarty brand if you come in today. If you're around, you might want to pop in and check them out. Again, thanks to Muha Meds, Cheech Chong, Dixie, Pressure Pack, Lost Farm, the Wahoosh Barbecue, Savvy Sliders, Jars, of course, for making this happen. Utica for allowing this to happen. The people, like you said, this is, and it's funny because you take pride in your area with the not only, it doesn't matter what business comes in, but the fact, like you said, in an area that they needed this sort of over here, and it's to be done the right way with the right company. So we can't thank Jars enough because of their involvement at Woodward Sports and seeing the vision that we have going and hoping to make this the long-term relationship that it is. But again, I can't speak highly enough of the people here. If you need to have a conversation and you're not sure, or you know exactly what you want,
Yeah.
these are the guys that check it out.
And I'll tell you, I was inside, and the place is packed, but people were flying in and out because the service was amazing, the knowledge was amazing, the product. I stood in there for a while just checking everything out because I've been in the sphere for a long, long time. I was a judge in Amsterdam in the Cannabis Cup in 2000. You know, back when like a 27% THC count was mind blowing, and seeing the
One
stuff.
of my
that's,
favorite strains ever.
Yeah, get into
was
that.
Tangerine Dream.
Tangerine Dream.
Well, Pre-98 Bub is my favorite, but one of the ones that in Amsterdam, I've been over there a few times and stuff like this, but the one year that Tangerine Dream won it, it's such a, I like I like the oranges.
I'm a Jack Herrer guy, or Herrera, however you guys
You
like
need
to
to pick
pronounce
up my
it.
blackjack. I got this
Yeah?
Jack Herrer times Black Domino, which is a sativa.
I
And
think I
it
know where
tastes
I'm going
just
after
like it.
this.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, I know we're about to finish things up here in a minute, but listen, you got an hour still to come down here and check this awesome event out. Shout out to all the sponsors and the vendors here. They're also the 30th location here in Michigan, Jars. They're open till 9. As he mentioned, they got awesome discounts on stuff. Full staff in today, so you're not going to have to wait. You'll be in and out. The service and knowledge is amazing. If you're a veteran, you know where to go. If you're new and you're trying it out, this is the spot to learn, man. So come on out here. We appreciate everybody, man. I appreciate you getting to sit down with you for a little
You
bit.
too.
It's
Always a
absolutely
pleasure
fantastic.
everything. You're the Tom Brookins of Woodward Sports, bro. So
Appreciate
we
that.
appreciate you.
My dad would
whatever you
appreciate
do.
that a lot too, and my mom especially. She was a
Nice.
big Tommy Brookins
Well,
fan.
I mean, the
Shout out,
stash,
Mom.
bro. You could. Tom Brookins was like the Magnum PI of the Tigers.
She was a Magnum PI fan too.
And,
Shout
and
out,
he
Mom.
was a good dude. And anyway, I was a Lance Parrish guy, so your mom and I can get along.
Chet Lemon. I was a Chet Lemon guy.
Chester, did you do the
Yeah.
foot catch, everything like that?
Loved
We
Chet.
good? All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining here. The special Woodward Sports. Thanks to Stick. Thanks to Brady for making it happen. Anson for coming out, being a part of it. Raymond for joining me. Kyle for judging. Congratulations, Josh, for being on. Appreciate all of you who join, watch Woodward Sports. Absolutely Monday. Get there 8 o'clock. Wake up Woodward. And then Big D Energy. I'll be back Tuesday to Thursday. Big D Energy. Are you in this week?
I am. A couple days. I'm pretty positive Tuesday. We'll see.
All right, right on. You can catch Anson filling in on Armani and Edwards. We're doing it. We can't do it without you. Thank you a lot for Jars, for all the sponsors, for everything else, for DMAC and the Darren McCarty brand, powered by Legacy. Tell them where you got to get the Jars today. We had a great time anyways. We'll see you next week.